This video is for two people. Folks who ask, what is the cloud? And folks anxious about losing our files. For those of us who have photos of trips of a lifetime or our loved ones, it's scary to imagine that a computer virus or theft could take away all those precious memories. But don't worry. We're going to talk about how to back up our files. When you buy a computer, it will give you specs on things like RAM, SSD, or HDD. These are things that affect processing and storage. RAM refers to how quickly your computer retrieves and processes data from memory. The more RAM, generally, the faster your computer will be. If you mainly check emails or browse the web, something like 4 gigabytes would be fine. But if you're editing video, audio, if you play video games, then you really want to look at 8 gigabyte or 16 gigabyte of RAM. The computer will also come with what is going to be SSD or a solid state drive, or HDD or hard disk drive. These are your internal drives. These are what are in your computer. Your computer has an internal drive, either a hard disk drive or a solid state drive built into your computer. When you save a file to the computer, it saves to these drives. The terms hard disk and solid state for drive hardware just refer to the mechanics of how data is stored. What really matters is how much. The more gigabytes or terabytes of storage you have, the more room you have for saving files on your internal drive. If you take a lot of pictures or videos, you want plenty of room. Remember, a terabyte is greater than a gigabyte, which is greater than a megabyte. So what is an external drive? An external drive is like an internal drive, but it's separate from the computer. An external drive saves files and data separate from your computer that you can connect to the computer. If you plan to make an additional purchase with your computer, get an external drive to back up your files. Always remember, external drives rock. If a virus infects your computer, it is possible to remove your internal drive from the computer and save your files. But it's easy to just plug in your external drive, create a folder, and back up files on your computer to an external drive. Then you just unplug, you place your external hard drive somewhere safe, and you have some peace of mind. FYI, a flash drive or a thumb drive is just another kind of external drive. And a flash drive is designed to have less storage space, usually 15 gigabytes or less, as a trade-off for more mobility and portability. So, you get your external drive, but you're hearing a lot about the cloud. So, what is the cloud? The cloud is just the internet. Let me clarify. Cloud is a term that refers to storing data on the internet versus on a hard drive on your computer. What typically happens is a proprietary company will provide physical storage of your files through their servers. So somewhere out there, there's a server farm is hosting your files. So instead of you having to have an external drive, they're providing the storage drive. You create an account with a cloud storage app, you upload your files, and they store it on their servers. You can access your files on any computer with internet connection. So cell data, Wi-Fi. If you have access to it, you can access the files. You also don't have to fumble with flash drives or bringing your computer or external drive everywhere. You just have to log in and access those files. The main con is that if you don't have the internet, you don't have access to the files. But that's changing a little bit. A lot of cloud services are providing an app that is accessible offline. So as long as you have the app on your computer, if you don't have a Wi-Fi connection, you can still access those files. Some examples of proprietary companies that provide cloud services are iCloud, which is Apple's cloud storage, Google Drive and Google Photos, which are available on Android devices or anybody with a Gmail account, Dropbox, and OneDrive, which is Microsoft's cloud storage. Here's the thing about a lot of these cloud storage companies. They're providing free services, but they are providing it for a limited space for free. And if you want more, they're going to charge more. Sometimes it'll be 15 gigabytes. After that, you have to pay for more. Sometimes it'll be as few as 2 gigabytes. If you're asking, do I switch to the cloud or use an external drive? Both. Use a cloud and an external drive. You can store copies of your files in multiple locations. Back it up on an external drive, and you can put more files there. You can back up files using a cloud website or an app, so you have immediate access to your files. The more locations you have your files in, the more places you've backed it up, the less likely you'll permanently lose that file. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the DeKalb Library YouTube channel or follow us on Facebook.